Check it out. What's up, everybody? Tuesday, September the 2nd. How y'all doing tonight? Good to see everyone. It's been a nice day out there. It's a lovely day. Actually, it was a pretty hot day, but then it cooled down around here very nicely. We can appreciate some cool weather around here. Well, I hope everyone's doing well today. Let's see. We got a lot of stuff to cover tonight, so let's see what we can get into. Who do we have here? Cracker Jack was the first. He said he'll be here. All right, man. Sounds good. Sounds good. Darrell, happy Taco Tuesday to you, buddy. How you doing tonight? And thank you. Judy said, Rick, hope you're having a great day. I am. Thank you so much. How about you? Let's see. Looks like that's all we got so far. Well, good to see everybody. We're going to keep it rocking and rolling and moving along. And let's do this next one. What it is. Okay, we're getting warmed up for sure around here. I feel pretty all right. Oh, we'll get the next tune going here. Cam 5 it is. All right, let's see what we got. Ray Freeze, how you doing, brother? Great to see you tonight. I had a great day, thank you. How was yours, my friend? I did a lot of comments. I did 10 days worth of comments, replying to video comments today. That's some crazy stuff, man. That's a work in itself. But man, I appreciate all those comments out there. I truly do. Dimebag Coins, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Frenchie in the house. He says, you make it look effortless. I try, buddy. I try. Michael Fairbank, how you doing, bud? Good to see you tonight. Donald James in the house says, let's go. Let's do that. Frenchie says, let's get to 65K. Man, we trying. Man, YouTube's putting the block on me, man. I don't know what's up, man. They say, you getting too big, too fast, Rick Renstrom. We'll slow you down, I guess. I don't know. We try, man. We try. No worries, no worries. Rosana, buenas noches. Good to see you. Lisa in the house. How you doing, Lisa? Good to see you tonight. Omar Colon says, can you please show me some tips on vibrato? Yeah, for sure. I'm making a video for this as well. Real quick exercise, though. What you do, get a metronome, make it click, 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 and you're going to practice this. And keep doing that every note. Something like that, but get a metronome, play to the beat, the quarter note beat. Click, 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 click. And do four bends, 4 vibratos per beat. That's lesson 1 right there. That's the first lesson of it all. All right, Jake says, Rick, I hope your day was good. Replying to 10 days worth of comments about it is, and I ain't even done. That was just 10 days worth. There's a lot to go through, but I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna get to all of them. Dang it, I'm gonna finally get through this. I have so many comments, but I need to get back to them. So we'll keep working. This week's gonna be the week of comments. So I'll do 10 days every day. I'll do 10 days worth, and see how far I get by the end of the week. But all right, let's go. Crank it up real big time. Let's do this. little better. I started drinking Voltage again. I wasn't drinking Voltage, I don't think, most of the week last week. I didn't want to open up the box yet, so I was drinking other stuff. But we're back on Voltage, so I think it's going to be a good night tonight. Really pumping it up. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, we got this next time. I played this. I've been looking for this song, and I'm going to play it now, thank God. Let's see. Lisa says, smash them thumbs up and show some love. Absolutely, thank you. Michael Fairbanks is happy to see Rick. You're well, buddy. I'm doing great, buddy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah. If you ever want to get on the Discord, Michael, we do have Discord now. It's been a lot of fun. A lot of cool times happening over there. And that goes for anyone else that wants to join our Discord. It's a real good time. Great community, just like this one. Thank you, Juji. Lisa's feeling that. Thank you so much. Jake says, music takes every bad vibe away and replaces with good vibes. Ain't that the truth? Mike075, how you doing, buddy? Donald James says, back on Voltage. Hells yeah. Oh, you know it, buddy. Like I said, I didn't want to crack open the box. I was like, man, I better not crack this open. I'll try and drink some other Mountain Dews. Ain't nothing like Voltage. Ain't nothing like Voltage. And2, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you tonight. Yes, sir, And2. We rocking hard for sure. You know how we do. Until now when we go to a slower song. But it's not too slow. This is a mid-tempo slow one, so let's go. guitar warmed up tonight. I did practice a little bit. I have a special surprise for a little later on. Another cover solo that I used to play as a young kid. So we will break that surprise out soon. If the person that requested that surprise shows up, it'll even be more special. We'll see. But let's keep it moving here. We'll get the next tune already. And we got a lot of comments. We got a lot of people hanging out. Great to see everyone. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're having a good time. What we got going on here? Mike07 says, hey Rick, any recommendations on apps to learn guitar? It really depends on how far you want to take that, my friend. I actually get a company keeps wanting me to sponsor me to do their, so I think it's called Simply Guitar. I keep getting emails from them like, hey, please, we want you to promote our stuff. I'm like, I don't know, maybe. But I think it's called Simply Guitar. It looks pretty cool, actually. But it's for very beginner, I would say very beginnings of guitar playing. That might be something to look into. Other apps I'm not too sure of for teaching. But I mean, honestly, the best thing to do is get a teacher. Find a teacher that can give you a lesson plan. Lester Mitchell here on YouTube is one of the best people I know for that, for sure. He's a great person, and he's super knowledgeable and super cool, super patient. So it really just depends on how far you want to take it, Mike. But you can check out that Simply Guitar app. It does look pretty interesting. I haven't, what do you say? I haven't really responded back to their emails, so I'm not sure. But I did take a look at it. It looked pretty nice for beginner guitar learning. Zam in the house, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. And as Lisa said, I do have a tutorial on my YouTube page, but it's a little bit more advanced for sure. Thank you, Rosanna. Thank you so much. All of those stars, Rosanna. Thank you. Steve Ernie says, amazing song. Love the tempo, Rick. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that. It's a nice one. I keep forgetting about that song, to be honest. I was going through all my songs tonight to pick some tunes. Like, man, I love this song. USSR is back. Good to see you, buddy. Spasibo. Jake's Bible said, I absolutely love those melodies. Killing Rick. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. You said melting my face off tonight. I mean, we just getting warmed up. And two, there you are, buddy. Zam says, your song's getting more proggy every time I listen to him. Digging it. Nice. Really just depends on the day, bud. Some are more prog than others. But I have a couple tonight. Thank you, Donald. Lisa says, stick your face in the freezer, Juji. I'll take it. Donald James says, can you give us a hint? Let me think of a hint. The person's initials are OO. The song that I'm doing is a OO. You figured out why not. Jake's vibing, thank you, buddy. Kyle, Billy, appreciate it, buddy. I sort of my Jackson shirt tonight. In case anyone want to know what kind of guitar I use, this is Jackson. Zam says, I can tell you've been practicing warming up more. Very sharp and clean off the gun. Thank you, buddy. I try to get a couple of minutes in before we get going too much here. But thank you for that. Donald James knows Jackson for life. Absolutely, brother. Dakota Horner, hello to you. How you doing? Juji knows Lester is a great guy too. He is. He's super guy. Calbo says Simply Guitar shredders for kids. Is it? I don't know, bud. I honestly don't know. They keep sending me. They want me to like promote their app for something, and I'm like, I don't know about that, man. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. The guy offered me some money, man. But hey, it's whatever. It's all good, man. But I don't know. I only looked at it. I was like, okay, it's like basically shows basic chord shapes and how to learn songs and stuff like that. So it could be something. I don't know. But my advice to anyone who wants to learn guitar, get a teacher. That's it. A teacher. Don't teach yourself. Go get a teacher. Every week I'll give you a new lesson. You work on that lesson and you keep working every lesson that you receive. That's the way I did it, and that's my best advice. However, if anyone wants to do however they want, it's fine by me. You can learn. People learn by themselves all day long, and they do great. They do great. So, but it depends. Like I said, for me, I had to have those lessons. I needed that in my life, you know. All right, well, that being said, we're going to move on to the next tune here. This is off my album. If you didn't know already, I have an album here on YouTube that you can check out. It's also on iTunes and Amazon. If you go to my page here, check out the Releases tab. You can hear the entire album there. And you can also check it out again on iTunes and Amazon. This one's a standout track on the album. It's called Symphony 40, so let's go. Symphony 40 right there. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. What are we doing next? We're going to do Until the Bitter End next, so let's get that ready. A lot of great people hanging out, so let's see what we got. A lot of great comments, too. Let's see. Don says, oh. Yeah, oh. Yeah, that's it. O'Reilly. O'Reilly. Other parts. You got it right. That's the one. I got that solo down tonight. Lisa says, smash the thumbs. Please show some love. Thank you, Lisa. Don says, Lester was tripping out with his life story. He went to the school of hard knocks. Yeah, I know. Yeah. It's insane. But he turned his whole life around, man. Dang, he can play. I don't think there's anything that Lester can't play. It's amazing to watch. It is. He's awesome, dude. He's an awesome dude, man. He's so relaxed and chill, man. It's so cool. Matthew James, thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. Dakota says, what's the hardest song you know how to play? Any single one of my songs, buddy. They're all very difficult. And would give any single person on this planet a run for their money trying to learn my stuff. There's only one person on the planet that can play it at 90%, and that's Tyler Shep. Tyler Shep is not from this earth, so he doesn't count. Judy said, could you show us a sample of what looks hard to play and what is actually very hard to play? Everything. Everything you see. Everything you see, I swear to you. Lisa, thank you. Thank you, Judy. Don says, I remember Rick saying the Vivaldi is hard. That is very hard. The Vivaldi Cold Winter Night song I do, that's very difficult. Andy LaRock solo, the Trapped in the Corner, it's unbelievably hard to get it right. Absolutely. And to thanks, brother. Appreciate it. Jake's Vibes feeling it. Thank you, dude. Robbie Broadwater said, thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Thank you, Luigi. There you go, Donald. Crow says, Rick, start us. Oh, good to see you, Crow. Hope you're doing good tonight, brother. All right, let's see. We're going to pop up something on the screen here for everybody. Let's see. We'll do Until. Actually, The Fire Within is another incredibly hard song to not only play, but get correctly. I never get it right, honestly. That one's a toughie. But yeah. All right, here's the shirt on the screen. Until the Bitter End shirt. We're going to play the title track to my album. Once again, oh man, excuse me, I need some more drink here. That's going to sound funny when I slow it down later. This one's called Until the Bitter End. This is the title track to my album. Once again, it's available here on my YouTube channel. Just go to my page, click on the Releases tab, and you can hear this song once again if you like. So check it out. until the bitter end right there. Oh, that's a good one, man. That was a good cut of that. I was going above and beyond on that one for sure. That was pretty good. I like it. I like it. All right, let's see. We're just blazing through songs, so I'm gonna go ahead and play a couple more album tracks and whatnot. We shall get this other cool shirt up in here. Let's see. Let's go ahead and play The Fire Within next. Get that cooking. Yeah, appreciate everyone hanging out tonight. We're having a good night so far. I like it. I like it. We got the Fire Within shirt up on the screen. We're going to play that one next here. A lot of great comments to go through. I appreciate each and every one of you. Where we go? We just left off around there. Donald James says there's a certain parts of Speeder that I refuse to play. It's hard to get that pitch speed down. That's just true. That's a tough one too, man. Tyler getting close, but like I said, Tyler's only he's about 10% less. He's got a lot of the parts down, unbelievably. But yeah, when it comes to the 30-second notes stuff, that takes some work. That takes a lot of work. Crystal, thank you so much. Bad game from Russia. Spasiba, my friend. Batman 11, good to see you, buddy. Michael said you just downloaded Discord and made a profile. All right, cool. I think we got a link for you. Hopefully you can click on that. If not, Michael, go to my YouTube page and look for the bio section, the links and stuff. It's right in there, the Discord link. It's a free invite or whatever. So all you gotta do is click on that and it'll invite you right to the server. Donald James says Rick hitting track after track. Heck yeah, man, we're going hard tonight. We got a lot to cover. I got to get out of here at a certain point. 8 new Alien shows came out today. And then, of course, I got some video games to play, and I got to get up for work tomorrow. So, hey, but we're going to blast through some jams for sure tonight. Juji said Rick's on that special dude tonight. Yes, this is a fresh... Actually, yes, this is a special dude because this is the new and improved can labeling, of course. This is a brand spanking new 12-pack I opened tonight. So, yeah, this stuff got some juice in it for sure. Donald James says, the best keychains I've ever heard. Just Chef's Kiss. Thank you, buddy. That's a good one for sure. Good to hear. Crow Dog in the house. Crow's feeling that. Dog says, Rick blows my mind every stream. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Thank you, Lisa. Dog says, but dang, easily you're on fire. I know. I feel it. I feel warm now. Plenty of AC blasting at me right now, which is lovely. Donald James knows the epic battle continues until the bitter end. That's for sure. Leonardo Lara, hello to you, bud. Lisa, what did I miss? I did miss. Chris in the house. I almost missed Chris. He says, hey, yo, Rick, mods and chats. Hope you had a great day. We did, buddy. Or at least I did. And I thank you, buddy. Good to see you. Lisa says, smash those thumbs up and show some love. Heck yeah. Leonardo Lara is from Brazil. Obrigado, mi amigo, y boa noche. Good to see you tonight. All right, let's move right along. And we got the Fire Within queued up. Let's crank this down. You want to talk about a hard song? We ever asked, what's the hardest song I play? Check this one out. This one's difficult, very difficult. tune takes a lot of memorization, a lot of stuff. Too much stuff in that song. But if you want to talk about a hard song, that's one of the hardest right there. And probably the biggest song I ever wrote currently in my life, which is pretty awesome. So, thanks everyone for checking that one out. And great crowd tonight. Thank you so much for hanging with us tonight. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. We do videos every single day of the week. 5 times a week we go live. And we have one of the greatest communities you'll find on YouTube. It's amazing. It's amazing. All right, let's see what we got here. Thank you, Crow. Juji got the Discord link. Anyone that's interested in the Discord, you're welcome to join. Doggy said, Rick blows my mind. There you go. Oh, look, I think I'm too far up. All right, let's see. I actually went too far. Let's see. Jeremy asks, Rick, have you had the Mango Rush Mountain Dew from Little Caesars? It's one of the best. Is it really? No, I didn't get a chance, but I don't really go to Little Caesars too often. We used to get it, but then, yeah, I don't. It's usually delivered from like DoorDash or whatever. I do recall them. I could have got it, but I was like, talking about Little Caesars pizza. It's extra salty. It's pretty salty. Last time I had, I thought I was gonna have like some sort of salt overload. But I like to try every dew there is, just to try it at least. If I ever see it, I'll definitely check it out. There's some honeydew melon dew or something that people are raving about on Reddit. Come on, I like to try that. Thank you, Lisa. All right, Dog said he got to go to work. He'll be lurking. No worries, brother. Appreciate you. Ray Freeze, thank you, buddy. Chris in the house saying clean playing, Rick Renstrom. You rocking, man. Thank you, my friend. Let's see. Leonardo asked, what's the name of the song? It's called The Fire Within, buddy. There's a t-shirt on the screen with the name of it as well. The Fire Within. I appreciate you. Donald says, Rick's execution is the best I've seen out of all other guitar streamers I watch. Well, dang, brother, thank you so much, man. You got to check out Jay. Jay Tarantino. I was talking about Jay last night. We were talking about Twitch, and I was like, talking about my friend Jay. But if you want to, if Jay is the carbon copy of me. We're cut from the same cloth. He's an amazing shredder. He's got the same, had the same kind of sound, you know, as far as like audio quality, video quality. He's on Twitch mostly. He's been trying to do YouTube, but I told him to do the vertical. He won't do it. Thank you, Jake Crow. Thank you. Nightfall, thank you so much, buddy. He said, I just found you. You're amazing. Just sub. Thank you for subscribing. And Nightfall says, what games do you play, if you don't mind me asking? Mostly like MMO stuff, Fallout 76, Elder Scrolls Online. Call of Duty is a big one I'm waiting on. Borderlands 4 is another one I'm waiting on. But yeah, I play a lot. My Steam library is over like 300 games. I play constantly. But lots of, we also play a lot of cozy games too that no one else is into, which is cool. Judy says, my body doesn't recognize the kind of crappy pizza they make around here. I feel you. I mean, if it's cheap, you know, if you're looking for a cheap pizza, it's like $5-6. It's all good, man. I used to crank them down, but I don't know. But yeah, we had, it was like a pretzel crust. It was delicious. But man, they put so much salt in this thing, man. I was like, I was gonna pass out one night. I ate so much salt. Mustafa, thank you, brother. EJ Deckard, what's up, brother? Great to see you there. Judy says, you're so right, Rick. I remember Papa Gino's, but it's pure salt now. Oh God, it's like, why you need all that? Dal James knows Jay is pretty good also. Fantastic. He's amazing, dude. I love watching Jay. I used to watch him on TikTok like all the time. I just haven't had time to get back on there and watch, but man, yeah, he shreds it up, man, like no one's business, man. Zero to 100, thanks, brother, appreciate that. Jeremy Cohen says everything Rick does is clean as F. Thank you, brother. Don James says Jay never responds to YouTube chat the way he's focused on TikTok. He's still focused on TikTok, so he does that multi-stream thing, so I don't think he even sees the comments from YouTube. I'm not even sure. Juji says, please shred the like button and subscribe. Would love to hang out with you all again. That's absolutely correct. Thank you, Nightfall. Absolutely. But I've been playing a lot. I've been playing since I was a kid with Atari 2600, so I've been playing video games a long, long time. EJ Decker says, the Mountain Dew melon is only at Maverick stores. I don't even know what that is. A Maverick store. Oh, okay. It was like a gas station. I definitely never heard of a Maverick store around here, so that sucks, man. I'd like to try it. I would like to try it. Oh, maybe one day we'll find a place. I don't know. They got regional Mountain Dews everywhere, which sucks because there's so many good ones out there. But there's like every region of the country has like specific Mountain Dews and stuff. We don't get much down here, man. We get screwed down here. Tis what it is. All right, let's see. All right, well, you know what's up next. Speeder time, everybody. It's time to get cranking. Time to buckle it up. Time to get ready for the speed. Who has the need for speed around here? Let's find out. And we're about to crank it up. So I'll put the shirt on the screen. If anyone's interested in this shirt, I purchased this shirt personally. It's a beautiful looking shirt. I love racing and Formula One, so the shirt's inspired by that, of course. And this song is about as fast as a Formula One car. So let's kick into it. Speeder time, let's go. That was Speeder right there. Hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Man, let's see. We've got a lot of comments to go through. Let's see. EJ says, D don't know where Maverick's based, but it came to Missouri. Okay, I know. If I got a friend in Missouri, I'll have to bother him to see if he can tell me if there's a Maverick nearby. Give me some of that honeydew, man. That stuff looks pretty good. And they're raving about it on Reddit. So I'm like, shoot, man. Thank you, Mustafa. Chris Liggett, there you go, buddy. Judy said, I got to put on my safety equipment. Oh, yeah, you need a helmet, mask, harness, whole nine. Mama Shredder in the house says, I want to say hi before Brody goes live. I'm doing great, Mama Shredder. How about you? And I've already set it up, so we'll redirect everyone after the show here, which will probably end in an hour. We'll redirect everyone over to you guys afterwards, okay? I remember today because I saw Brody. I think it was on Instagram. Sammy put up a reminder. I was like, oh yeah, all right, let me get that ready. We appreciate it. Mama said, get these likes up, everybody. True. Let's see. Moonneer9583, buddy. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. Mama says the likes are low, but the views are high. Double tap the screen. I don't know. YouTube's mad at me or something. I don't know why. I didn't do anything. I don't know. It's a wild stuff, but you know, I doom scroll and I see what other people are getting. I'm like, I think I need to become more brain rotted or something. I'm not gonna say much more than that. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and I appreciate it when it supports me. I really do. Chris Liggett, thanks. Nightfall, thank you, buddy. Donald James says the shred intermission part. I don't play. I play the rhythm on that one. I feel like that one goes crazy. And he says, Dow says put in some grit into this one. Oh yeah, it's voltage, man. It's the voltage. It's got me going tonight. Mustafa, thank you so much, my friend. Thank you, Mama. Phoenix in the house. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. Thanks for the dropping that like. Always great to see you guys here. Donald J says, and a prayer if you're listening to Spirit. It's true. Ford guy, what's up, bro? Great to see you tonight, man. Nightfall says, that was so fast. I almost missed it. I know. It goes, it's at 180. I think 180 beats per minute. You're welcome, Mom. Absolutely. I remember this time. I'm gonna get that redirecting done before when I'm done, I'm like, I gotta get out of here. I'm shutting everything down like quick. I'm like, no, I go, oh God, I should have sent them over. No, it's all set today. We're good to go. All right, so let's see what we got here. Guess we haven't done this Holy Trinity in a long time, so let's do the Storm Rider, and then we'll crank it out. I got a whole bunch of weird songs I found in the. We're gonna play some of those tonight, probably. All right, there we go. Speeder goes away. Time for Storm Rider. Time to break out those umbrellas. All right, let's see. Juji said she need to file a lawsuit for that whiplash. I hear you. Chris says, I'm going to offer up again. Send me one of them worn on next. I'll put some jumbo SS on. I appreciate that, Chris. Yeah, I don't. Like I said, the one I have, the one I probably needed is it's retired right now. So I'm thinking about what to do with that. I might frame it and put it on a wall. That's the guitar that went around the world with me many times. So, but all my other guitars are looking good, buddy. I appreciate it, man. We'll see. Gloria in the house. How you doing, Gloria? It's good to see you. I'm doing good. Donald James says people get 1 million views for doing mukbangs on Panda Express. I believe it. I believe it. It's ridiculous, man. There you go, Jeremy. George Kaplan in the house. He says just in time for Storm Rider. Absolutely, brother. Chris says or some nickels, even easier. Interesting. I don't even know what these are, buddy. I don't even know what it is. I don't know none of this. I don't know the. I have to look at the sheet to see what it's exactly on, but. I don't know too much about what the stuff comes with. As long as it plays good and sounds good, that's all I need to know. A lot of people talk about this. Like stainless steel frets with the honey roasted maple peanut neck. You got to have the roasted finish, man, with the Bubingo wood and the this and that. Like, but you barely play. I don't know, man. I see a lot of funny stuff online. Cracks me up, man. Just give me 6 strings and a Shaler Floyd Rose. I'm looking pretty good, man. That's all I need. Jeremy said he would like twice if he could. I feel that. I feel that. Well, no worries. We'll make sure we crank it up, man. Make sure everyone get ready for this one. It's going to get stormy out there. You got to come ride the storm with me, so get your umbrellas out and let's get into it. Nice Storm Rider. Hope you stayed dry during that and made it through the storm. That's a good one there. Feeling great. Feeling nice on that one. All right, let's see. All right, we got some weird songs I got here. I don't even know what these are. I try and play some weird stuff. I have no idea what these are. Maybe I listened to them for like 2 seconds. All right. We got some comments to read. Thanks so much for hanging out with us tonight. Darren Watts, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Chris says those are nickels. It don't matter about the stainless steel will last till you're long. I bet. George knows honey roasted maple peanut neck. Yes. And I should preface this. I have a friend of mine. He's a good guitar player, but he doesn't play. You know, he just collects. He collects a lot of guitars, and he'll be like, "Bro, I got this honey roasted, maple glazed body, man, with the Fishman Fluence pickups, bro, and it's got the stainless steel jumbos on it, man. It's got a Goto 2-point trim thing, and it's got this and that." I'm like, what do you need all that for, bro? I don't know what you need all this for. But okay, man, as long as you love it, man, that's all I care about. It's almost become like, you know, everything's got to have a thing to it. It's like, I don't care. This is a alder. It's like a basswood body, I think, and a freaking rosewood neck, and some nickel-plated frets, and a Shaler tremolo, and some Jackson stock pickups. That's all I need, man. That's all I need. Well, it cracks me up. But if you go on like Reddit or something like that, then these kids are like, "New Gear Day," and it's like, oh boy, here we go. Neck through body, shim to the side, this and that. Oh, I'm like, wow. I don't even know. Funny stuff, man. But hey, man, whatever gets you through the night, as John Lennon once said. Jake's Vibe said, true talent such as Rick's doesn't get enough recognition. It seems so. I have alarming numbers, man. I get an email, you know, when I reach milestones. I use a thing called vidIQ, which kind of helps me keep my videos in check and whatnot when I'm posting. And they're like, "Hey, congratulations, you hit 8 million views on YouTube." I'm like, "Oh, okay." To a lot of people, that sounds like a big, great number. It is, and I'm more than appreciative of it. But the bad news of that is, if you calculate the ratio between subscribers versus views, it's an alarming number. It's an alarming number. But it is what it is, man. And those that do support me, I appreciate that the most, man. Because everyone else has just looked at it once and moved on with life. Turbs, brother, appreciate you, man. Thank you, buddy. Vineyard Dodds, thank you too, bud. Good to see you there. Mustafa says, "You're great, man. YouTube sucks." It's an algorithm that's probably get you. The algorithm's going to get you. It's the new Gloria Estefan song. Algorithm's going to get you tonight. Donald James was feeling the storms there. Darren Watts in the house. Ray Free says, "Love this Storm Rider song. I had to get my raincoat." That's what I'm talking about. Jake Vivin says, "Storm Rider, my favorite. The whole song is my favorite part. From the effing finish, start to effing finish." There you go. Four guys said, he's here. He's just at working. Just work been kicking my rear. I feel that, buddy, man. Every day. Gloria, thank you. EJ Decker, thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Juji says she about to get a kayak to get around her house after that one. Here you go. Pellet in the house. 131 likes. Not too shabby thus far. Four guys says, a good guitar player can make a Hello Kitty guitar sound good. This is true. This is very true, bud. Exactly. Thank you, Michael. Jake says, honey roasted maple glazed Boston cream neck with the cherry maplewood base, 24 karat gold plated fretboard, pure silver whammy board. I play it one day a month. That's about right, man. That's kind of like my friend. He got money, man. He can go buy whatever he wants, man. George said, dude, I'm playing a cheap Strat copy and it beats all the expensive ones. That's what's up, dude. That's what's up, man. Michael said, I'm going to hang out on the porch. But I'll say, listen, no problem, Michael. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, man. It's like, I laugh, you know, like these kids got like 7 guitars, you know, like these kids I see, and it's like, when I was growing up, I had 1 guitar, and it wasn't until like 2 years after that I finally got a second guitar, you know, because my mom wouldn't buy me no guitar. I had no YouTube back then to make any money. It was like I couldn't even save my allowance to buy a guitar. But and when I turned 18, I got a job. Actually, I was 17. I got a job and started saving money. I bought a what did I buy? The Charvel Model 3 DR, which is basically the great grandfather of this guitar, the Charvel 3DR. It was a Model 3 dinky reverse body. It had the reverse neck on it. It had it was a stacked single coil pickup that was slanted, and then a humbucker. I love that guitar. I really did. I wish I got it. I sold it to make more money before I moved down to Florida back in '93. I regret selling that guitar. It was one of my favorite guitars. Such is life, such is life. All right, what is this song here? I don't remember what this is, but we're gonna play it anyway. Let's see. All right, I have no idea what this is. It's called 092824. It's an old one here. It should be pretty wild. Let's give it a shot. like the Paul Gilbert inspired chorus riff there. That's a weird one. Wrote that a while ago. But hey, we gotta play through some of this stuff. I haven't played it in a long time. Let's see what we got next. 0228. What the heck? What did I write down there? 022. Maybe it's this one. Oh yeah, I like this one. All right, this is like the Dream Theater-ish one here or something. Anyway, we got a lot of comments here. Thank you so much, everybody. Gloria said, y'all making me hungry. Y'all talking about food again, man? Mustafa, thanks, buddy. Donald James said, he made a crock pot roast tonight. Mashed potatoes and au jus. Nice, dude. My man, that looks Russian to me, says South Spib. I said, spasiba, my friend. Lisa Anderson, thank you so much. Chris said, I've been trying to befriend Donald James. Everyone else stay out of this conversation. There you go, man. Christian Clue, good morning to you, buddy. Guten Morgen. Donald James says, tomorrow I'm barbecue some thick pork chops. You don't have a smoker, but I have applewood chips. There you go. That sounds good. I haven't had pork chops in eons, man. Donald James says, Jude, you can come over anytime. There you go. That's a long trip. George Cabin says, that was incredible. Talk about acro bags. I know, right? Dog said he made it back just in time. There you go, buddy. Chris said, Annette and I eat super clean most times. We barbecue. We cut all the sheet oils and the sugars. Well, I'll admit, still love ketchup. Can't go wrong with ketchup. I don't mind ketchup too much. I like barbecue sauce. I'm a big barbecue sauce fan. That's probably my thing. I'm all about that sauce. All right, let's see. We got another song here. I know this. It doesn't sound like Dream Theater, but the very end, the solo part or whatever, and the solo part is reminds me of something Dream Theater would have done. So I don't know. I call this like it was like this was above the moon of glass, like under the glass moon, above the moon of glass. I call this one. So check it out. Let's give it a run. song. I like that one. Above the Moon of Glass. I don't know. That part reminds me of something like the chug, you know, the classic Dream Theater chug or something like that. That was a fun one to play for sure. What we got next? Oh, 823. What is that? Hey, 0823. I think that's a newer song, actually. Let me see what this is. Yeah, I think this was the newer song. Oh yeah, I only played this like once, so we're gonna try and play that one. Let's see what we got. We talking hardcore food over here, man. Shoot. Let's see. Donald James says we should have a picnic together, right? Jake Survivor said I've been craving loaded baked potato with a couple barbecue smoked cube steaks and some caramelized onions. He can't wait to get paid. That sounds pretty good, man. Donald James said, how you spell that? How you spell what? How do you spell relief? With all this food, you need Tums. Or Rolaids, whatever it was. Oh, picnic. Okay, you got it right. Picnic. Crow, thanks, brother. The dog knows. Hey, boo boo, looking for a picnic basket. That's my best yogi. Donald said, thanks. Or doggy said, spell check. I know, buddy. I said something today. Stardust asked me a question in text, and I was gonna say, I'll do it tomorrow, and I put TOM, and it was there, and I clicked whatever, and it said, I'll do it tomboy. I was like, my God, man, come on, autocorrect. Tomorrow, man, learn. Thank you, Lisa. Stardust said she wanted a baked potato sliced open, filled with barbecue, pulled pork topped with cheddar cheese. And I was like, wow, where do we get that? That does sound very good. Oh, I think Stardust was talking about you could make that something. They like have already made baked potatoes or something somewhere. I remembered her talking about that. Donald James said, I guess I'll bring the food. There you go, bud. Dog eating. There you go, bud. Juji said, I'm going to see some pictures. And Lisa said, that sounds pretty good. It does sound yummy. I think she's talked about this before. In private, of course. She's now releasing it to the world. SKJ, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate it. Thank you, Crow. Ominous Void, thank you. SKJ, I'm from Akron, Ohio. That's where I'm from. Real B Muse, there you go, bub. Thank you, Donald. That's a cool, interesting song. Christian, thank you, buddy. Real B Muse, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. The cat's out of the box. If it sits, it fits. 716, thanks, brother. Great to see you. Ominous Voice says, hey, man, what's the longest you played straight on YouTube? It's about 3.5 hours, I think. Not too shabby. Fry Water in the house. How you doing, buddy? I'm doing great, man. Thanks. Donald James, so I finally grabbed my guitar. My guitar be saying, why are you just sitting there staring at me? I know, right? Evan's back. Evan's back from sushi, man. There's that sushi. True that. Good to see you, Evan. SKJ's from Oregon. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing great out there tonight. Lisa, I'm with you. You can keep your sushi. But if Evan, you enjoy it, more power to you, my brother. I'll get the teriyaki chicken from the sushi place. Real B Moose, thanks so much there. Evan says, guess what we found? Kool-Aid for sale at the Lolly Shop. Kool-Aid's good. Real B Moose said, hashtag cats. I love cats, man. I used to have cats my whole life practically, man. I found that I was not responsible enough to have pets of my own. I was responsible, but not, it's like, so yeah, but yeah. I used to have cats up until I was probably, 2010 when I moved to Tampa, I didn't get no more pets, man. Personally. But if I could have a nice little black cat again, man, I love little black cats, man. Michael Faring said agree, no sushi for him neither. I feel that. Oh. Man, I don't remember how this goes, dude. We're gonna muddle through this one because I have no idea. Let me hear this key. Hope it doesn't change keys. I don't know. All right, this could be a disaster. I played this like one time. I know I don't even remember it, but let's go. Interesting song for sure. It needs a little more seasoning or something. It's interesting. It's got some weird, crazy key changes in it. I don't know. Like I said, I played it maybe once, and that was about it. But hey, we gotta try and play stuff here and there. All right, let's see if we can pull this cover solo off. This brand new cover solo. After we get to use comments, we'll give it a try. See if you can figure it out. See if I can play it correctly. Let's see. That's the first time I've ever seen Kool-Aid for sale in Australia. Dang, man. Kool-Aid's what's up, man. Get some grape Kool-Aid, pour a ton of sugar into it. It's delicious. Doggy said my kitty Gummy has to get his balls removed. Oh, no. That's when the man becomes the cat, I tell you. Lisa knows. Thank you, Lisa. Gloria has 2 black cats, 2 bearded dragons, and a 1 Euromastix. What's a Euromastix? And a turtle. I know what a turtle is. Euromastix? Huh. Never heard of that. Lisa, right? Lisa says, what a combination. That's a heck of a animal family right there. Evan says, we got water dragons running in his backyard. I bet, man. We just got geckos around here. They fly all over the place. Doggy, thanks, buddy. Lisa says, Gloria, don't the cats try to eat the bearded dragon? No, usually the cats are scared of it. I had a cat and a bearded dragon. It wasn't mine. It was one of my exes, but they stayed far apart from each other. The one cat did peek at the window, peek at the glass, like, what is that? But it was always in the cage or whatever that is, a glass aquarium thingy. Christian Klug, thank you, buddy. Bronson Neufeld, thank you, my friend. Crow in the house or dad, yes, sir. Absolutely, brother. Evan said water dragons are gonna goanna alarms when they run away. Something's coming. Oh shoot, man. Jake Five said that's another amazing song. Thank you, buddy. It still needs work, man. It needs a lot of work, but we get there. We get there. Some of these songs I play them once and then I don't check them again. Evan says birds go crazy when goanna is around too. Gloria says Google Euromastix. They look like mini spiky dragons. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I'll look that up. I've never heard of that, to be honest. Or that term. I've never heard that term before. Bronson said, you said my name right. Rock on. Absolutely, brother. Thank you, man. I got a lot of experience with names, and I try and look at the name quickly, and I'm very good at quickly phonetically pronunciating it, so I appreciate that, man. Crow says, you don't choose the cat chooses you. Ain't that the truth, man? Ain't that the truth? All right, let's see if we can do this here. I don't know. I can't remember this first part. This could be dangerous. We'll have to figure it out real fast. For the Jake E. Lee. They said, I promised him Jake E. Lee, and I was like, was that you, Crow? I can't remember, brother, but I want to say it was you, Crow. But there you go. Jake E. Lee, Bark at the Moon solo. Getting closer. I literally listened to it a couple of times today, and I tried to play through it. Close. But we'll play it more often for sure so I can get back into acclimating myself to that one. Crow said, yeah, Rick, bro, Jake Ely, there you go, brother. I knew it was you. Thank you, Crow. Jake said, shredding too hard, your guitar's going to catch on fire. I know, buddy. Crow said, that was me. Okay, I had a feeling. Lisa, thank you. Don James says, yep, there it is. Pretty close. A little work done, but yeah, I sat there, I listened to it a bunch of times. I actually had an MP3 of it on my hard drive, so I was like, I don't have time to make that track. I wanted to make the track MIDI, but I'll have to just delete it. Excuse me. I'll have to delete it, you know, chop it out later, but we do it here. There you have it. Jake E. Lee, gotta love it, gotta love it. What I got next here? It's a weird old song here. Probably doing like going for the Egyptian kind of jamming tonight. I don't think no one's heard this one in a long time. Let's see, song 7. Okay. We'll crank this up. This is called Song 7. I have no idea. It's been a minute since I played it. Okay. Let's give it a try. Oldie there, oldie. Forgot a lot of the changes, but that's not too shabby. Interesting song for sure. What else I got here? Oh yeah, I didn't play this one in a while. This one started us old favorites right here. This ought to be fun. We'll get that looped up there, ready to go. Let's see, a lot of great comments, people hanging out. Thank you so much for hanging out. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're having a good time tonight. We appreciate you there. Let's see. My man said that was the old man in the swamp on the Gautier with the Joshua Timber and Cosa Indians, wasn't it? I feel that, man. Megan Clifton, how you doing? Good to see you tonight. Evan said did you watch my Nile Egypt metal video? Oh yeah, Carl Sanders. Yeah, that stuff is amazing, dude. That dude's sick, dude. He's so good, man. Incredible. I've known of Nile for a long time. He's one of the best out there, man. There you go, Christian. Feeling that one. My man, he said White Stubble Manson from the ship channel Dingy. That's for real, man. For real. Doggy, thank you, brother. Christian said, okay, have a good evening. I have to get ready for the day. Guten Tag, man. Good. Have a great day, brother. Always good to see you here. Lisa said she grew up in Florida when she was 15. Oh, true? Yeah, my mom does have a tattoo parlor. How'd you know? That's wild stuff, brother. Thank you so much. Cooking Coaster says, have you thought about learning drums to an extent to improve synergy with drums? I know how to play drums, yeah. And I worked with one of the best drummers on the planet, Richard Christie, for many, many years. He taught me a lot. So everything you hear with the drum parts that I do is all from what he taught me. He taught me all the rudiments, all kinds of cool stuff. Where to put cymbals, where to not put cymbals, where to put the ride, where to put the hi-hats, when to do a tom fill, when to do this, when to do that. It's pretty awesome, man. It's pretty awesome. Thank you, Lisa. Evan says Garza's Gene Hoglan interview is the best thing you're watching in a year. Hands down. Nice, dude. Let's see. Lisa said loves the mountains there. That's awesome. I'd like to see some mountains one day. I was looking at this house in Nevada. It's $5.45 million, albeit, but it's built on like a racetrack it's like a country club, so you can use the racetrack if you buy the house and stuff like that. But yeah, it's got a mountain view that you wouldn't believe out in Nevada. It's so sick. Lisa was in St. Pete. Oh, nice. Mateus Tonioli from Brazil. Obrigado, mi amigo. Boa noche. Thank you, Crow. My man. He said, "Where you been that long with Bruce and Cody?" I ain't talked to Bruce or Cody in a minute, man. Hope they're good, man. Bronson, thank you, my friend. Evan knows Tampa Bay death metal is OG, ain't that right? Donald James says Carl Sanders, question mark? Oh yeah, Carl's insane good. Yeah, he's unreal good. My man said, what was that old cold dude's name? I forgot. Cole Trickle? I can't remember. It's escaping my mind too, brother. I haven't seen him in a minute. Jelmer in the house. Good morning to you, buddy. How you doing? Evan said, best thing about Carl, he's so chilled out. Yeah, he's a good guy, man. Michael Adams in the house, buddy. How you doing, man? He says, tearing it down again, I see. Sounds great. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that, man. My man said, David and them still go out from Baker. I'm not sure. I ain't talked to David either in a long time. Doggy says, hills and mountains are beautiful in Virginia. Yeah, buddy. Moa Circojo. Buenas noches, amigo. Gloria says she was born and raised here, but I'm ready to move to the mountains. Too many people moving here. I know, right? The Tampa Bay area is getting a little too much for me. It was kind of like Orlando. When I left Orlando in 2011, it was getting too overpopulated. Way too overpopulated. And I moved down here, and it was like super chill. This is like 10 years ago. 10 years later, it's getting like, oh, God, this place is getting wacky too. Like, why people got to keep moving here, man? Why do people got to keep moving here? Let's see. What was the other tune I was thinking about? Oh, yeah, I redid. We'll have to see if this Juji got to let me know if this harpsichord is enough for you, this one. I had to fix it again. We'll see if this harpsichord is good enough for you. If it's cranked up a bit, we're going to give it a try. This is an old song I've been messing with, trying to get better again. So we'll see if this one goes. Last time Juji said the harpsichord was too low. I agreed. So I pumped that up a little bit, and added some more harpsichord on top of it. So let's give it a try. I forgot what key it's in, sorry. Hopefully that's a little better. It sounds better. I could hear the harpsichord much clearer. I had to put an EQ on it. I doubled up the octave on it. So it came out a little better, I think. I'm much happier with that sound of that one. Very good, very good. I'm trying to think. Oh, how about we do... We'll end the night with Freeze. We got enough time for one more song, so we'll do Freeze and we'll head on out of here. I gotta get ready for Alien. The new episode of Alien is today. Gotta check it out. All right. Let's see. Oh, my man, he built a National Forest log sign. Oh, sure. Doggy, thank you, buddy. My man said back in the early Aubrey days before KK was Coach Beer. Oh, man. KK Downing? Can't remember. Brian Green, we're talking about Brad Paisley. Yeah, Brad Paisley's an amazing guitar player, man. I love Brad. Jake5 said, oh, Juji, harpsichord time. You know how we do. Don says Florida's like the opposite of California when it comes to taxes. This is true. Gloria's right. Florida needs a no vacancy sign. Yes, please. Let's please. Oh, my man talking about Rick Grimes, man. You watch The Walking Dead? I love Rick Grimes. Rick Grimes is my favorite character from The Walking Dead. Shark Bait in the house. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Lisa says, I live in a small town. We have 4 stoplights and 1 they just put up. It was 3. Dang. That's where to be. That's a nice small town. Juji says, yes, bring on the harpsichord. Absolutely. Shark Bait, how's it going, buddy? Lisa, thank you. Judy says, harpsichord electric guitar sound really good together. I love it. Yeah, I love me some harpsichord. Evan says 2 sets of traffic lights in my neighborhood. We got enough traffic lights around here to there's so many traffic lights in this area. It's unbelievable. When I'm trying to drive to work, it's like stop, go, stop, go, stop, go. Some days I time it right and I'll hit every green light. It's a beautiful thing. But oftentimes I'm hitting the yellow light. It's like turning yellow as I'm going through. I'm like, yeah. And they got cameras on every light around here. Gloria knows. Donald James says, harpsichord sounds good on this one now. Loud and bombastic. That's what I'm talking about, man. I got a really nice new EQ plug-in. It's called Curves AQ. It's like AI based. So basically you like play your track, whatever you want it to listen to, and it listens to it and it finds the like 10 best EQ settings you can do. And you can adjust it as well if you don't like the ones they come up with. But it gets you on a good starting point, which I like. Looks like some Thai language there. He said, hello to you, buddy. Judy said this one hits. All right. Evan said, that's like a cold fish to the face. There you go, man. Jake says, hitting harder than the F1 450 when it hit me at 13. Don't worry, he's only got 15. Even still, that would be hurt. That would be painful. Crow's liking that one. Donald said, that sounds better. Very nice. Judy said, nice impact. There you go. Deep impact, perhaps? Jake said, there you go. Freeze time, let's go. Absolutely, we'll freeze it up here. Jake says, Ricky Dicky do the Grimes. Oh yeah, man. Rick, we got the same name. Rick Grimes, Rick Renstrom. Pretty close. I love it. Andrew Lincoln's one of the, there's no one else on the planet that could have played Rick Grimes like Andrew Lincoln. This is true. Dylan Tracy says, my area is all lights too, all perfectly timed to be always turning red. Ain't that the truth, man? You catch it right, you're good. You catch it wrong, you're in trouble. Gloria said, here in Florida, we got two traffic lights, says, within a 2-minute drive. I know. Evan says, hitting every green light must be a beautiful thing, quotation of the week. It's true, man. There's some days, man, it's like, if you get out of the parking lot just fast enough, man, and you hit that one light, and you drive at a normal speed, you'll make every green. It's amazing. Matthew Butter says, my man, have you seen the Powerball? I know, bro. Stardust hit me up earlier. It's like, the Powerball's $1 billion. I'm like, oh, Christ. So I got to go get me some quick picks tomorrow on my way home from work. I got to get it, man. We'll see, man. We'll see. That's a lot of money. I can't say my luck's very good with lottery tickets, but we'll try. I'll get 10 picks and the Powerball. That's $20. I'll give it a shot. Donald James says, ever been in LA traffic? I have, yeah. But you want to know what's worse than that? And sorry to anyone in Puerto Rico, but Puerto Rico got some wild traffic there, man. You risk your life every time you drive in Puerto Rico, man. Luckily, I wasn't driving, but I see what would happen. I was like, holy moly. Gloria said, she got a 25-minute drive to work, and she has a 15 lights. I know. I can't count how many. What do you think? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I go about 10 or 11, I think, on my way to work. And it's only 6 miles away down the street. 10 lights, 6 miles. Glory says the lottery is a scam. It probably is. Judy said, just from my house to Cumberland Farms, it's 3 lights. I can walk in 5 or drive there in the same amount of time. Sheesh. Jake said, oh, it hurt. My face slammed the concrete on my back. Has a slight issue since, but it's tough. I tough it out. Not enough issue where I feel that, buddy. I was in a pretty rough accident in 96, man. I was driving my girlfriend home at the time. I had a driving my Firebird, 92 Firebird. I'm sorry, 91 Firebird, excuse me. And I'm on the highway, and it's back to back, nose to tail traffic. It's stopped, and I'm stopped. And this elderly lady in a Infiniti came whopping at me at 45 miles an hour. Oh, that hurt, man. It hurt bad. It hurt bad, man. I was out for the count for a while, man. Probably, I couldn't play guitar for probably 3 months. My neck was so bad. My back was all jacked up, man. It was no fun at all. So I know that feeling, man. Not good, not good. Southwest says 1.3 billion. Oh, shoot, man. Evan says lottery tickets only win when I buy them for other people, never myself. Feel that. I used to do scratch offs. I'd go, every payday I'd go get me some scratch offs and stuff, and I always broke even. Seraphim, boa noche, Brazil. How you doing, buddy? Evan said 1 billion is almost criminal when so many people are missing out. I know, right? Jake Vibe said the lottery is a scam unless you calculate exactly when it will win on something. That's true. Father Time said, I've been between 2 towns with no lights. That's what's up, man. Donald James said, I never play a lottery. Maybe I should. Hey, you never know, man. I mean, it costs $2 for a ticket. You pick your numbers and you get the Powerball. So it's $2 for that. And what do you got? If you got a couple bucks, man, give it a try, man. You never know. Don't go crazy. There are people crazy. Like my mom used to do this, and she had her specific numbers. She played her numbers every single week. Every single week. And I don't think she ever hit them. I don't know, but she gave up after a while. But it's tough, man. You know, if it's like this kind of money, I'll throw $20 down and see what happens. You know, just to see. Crow says, if I win that $1 billion, I'll split it all with you. You rock, Crow. That's what's up, man. I'll be praying for you to win that mother then. Because if anyone's going to win, it's you, brother. I appreciate that. Jake said, buy one and be done. I said, yeah, why not? One shot at $1 billion for $2. Give it a try. Who cares? Don't go crazy, though. People go crazy with this stuff. It's no good. It's no good. But yeah, for something like, I wouldn't play every week, but for a big buckos like this, I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a try. Even if I got like 5 numbers, I think it's like, if you get 4 numbers, it's like, you can get a bunch of money for 4 numbers. I don't even know. 'Tis what it is when we give it a shot, nonetheless. All right, well, this is it here. This is the last song. This one's called Freeze. We actually have a t-shirt for this. I'm going to put that up on the screen right now. Because it's a brand new t-shirt. I like this one. This might be my next purchase, actually. When did I make these? We didn't make those. I don't remember. Oh, that's right. Gloria wanted a RR on it. That's right. I was like, what did I make this one? I forgot about the RR, the extra RR on the back. This one's just a regular t-shirt. If you're interested in merchandise, t-shirts, mugs, stickers, hoodies, hats, with the Rick Renstrom stuff on it, make sure you click on that picture on your screen. Check it out. Check out the store. It's free to look. You never know what you might find. Well, I appreciate it nonetheless. This is going to be the last song of the night. We'll read the comments thereafter. But make sure you're hitting that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. I do videos every single day of the week. I go live 5 times a week. And we have one of the best communities you'll find on this YouTube platform. I promise you that. And if this song doesn't make you subscribe, I really don't know what else would. But without further ado, let's get frozen with some Freeze. freeze. Hope you stayed warm during that one. That was a little chilly. Man, thank you so much for everyone hanging out. Let's see what we got here. We'll start saying our goodbyes and read these comments. I appreciate all of you. Corey says, don't waste your money. I feel it. $2. Tom says, I played Texas Hold'em. That's the extent of my game. I feel that, man. Like I said, I was playing video poker at the casino a little bit, but man, you got to know when to say when. That's the biggest problem. Juji said, my biggest gamble is pouring half and half in the coffee without smelling a container first. Is that true, that? You got to watch out. Father Time says, how many millions is that? $1 billion is 999 million, essentially. Yeah, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Matthew says, 4 numbers get you 50K. I'd be all about that. 5 gets you $1 million. 5 with the Powerball is all of it. Oh, man. Let's go. Let's do this, man. Southwest says 1,300 million. That's true, yeah. I forgot about that 0.3. You right. Gloria said yes, and I'll be ordering 2 of them next week. There you go, Gloria. Absolutely. Appreciate that. Jake says, not one of, it is. Now that's what I'm talking about. There you go, brother. We'll start saying that from now on. Good call. Crow was feeling that ice. Real B-Muse got the skis out. Let's go. I feel like skiing down a mountain for that tune. Jake Spider said, this song has me frozen in place except for my head for some reason. I won't stop nodding up and down. There you go. Juju's feeling that Mustafa. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, Gloria. Matthew says, why does it sound like the final boss level in the castle? Oh, yeah. You had to fight your way through to get to that point, man. That's the fight. Southwest, 1-800-Shredaholics. There you go. Call me now. Matthew says, just an army of knights doing battle. That's the truth. Evan says, 1 million seconds equals 11.5 days. 1 billion equals 32 years. That's a lot of years. There you go. 1,000 millions in a billion, pretty much. What I say? Basically 999, or no, 999, comma 999, comma 999.99 cents. 1 extra penny gets you a bill. Thank you, Lisa. Pro says Rick equals final boss on hard mode. That's true. Bronson, thank you, buddy, for hanging with us tonight. Dylan Tracy, appreciate you, brother. Evan says the difference is mind-blowing, isn't it? A lot of times that even I knew that. I feel it. Jake says 1 million enough to live lavishly for half a lifetime. 1 billion, live like a king for 100 lifetimes. This is true. You'd be surprised $1 million don't go as far as it used to these days. But you have to do some serious. If you have $1 million, yeah, you have to do some serious investing and don't get crazy. People get $1 million and they go, I'm going to buy this Ferrari for $500,000 and I go buy a house for another $500,000. I ain't got no money. You got to watch out. You still got to live within your means with $1 million. That's the truth. But I'll tell you what, you play it right, man. $1 million will take care of you for a long, long time. Ain't no doubt about it. Gloria said, also getting a hoodie. I've been waiting too long. It's going to get cooler out here. That hoodie be working. Evan said, if you couldn't count, you wouldn't be much good at true that. At least I have a safe and blessed night. Absolutely. All right, so that's enough for me. It's 12:11. I got to get ready to get my Alien TV show on. And I want to thank each and every one of you hanging out. Everyone that subscribed tonight, thank you so much. We are going to go see Brody after this. So we're going to shoot you off to Brody. And beyond that, I want everyone to stay safe out there. Actually, I'm sorry. Before I say that, I will be back tomorrow night. That's September the 3rd at 10 p.m. again. Also on Thursday, September the 4th. Like, I don't know what day it is anymore. But yeah, the next couple of days we'll be here streaming at 10 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you come back and check us out. Mark says, I'd rather have my money work hard for me than work hard for my money. Ain't that the truth? Gloria, yes, Alien Earth. Fantastic show. I highly recommend it if you love the Alien series. Juji, it's great to see you too tonight. You too, Gloria. Everyone, all the mods, thank you so much for hanging with us as always, and everyone here hanging with us. We truly appreciate you. It's a lovely night as always. And we're dangerously close to that 65,000, so maybe we'll see what happens tomorrow night. George, have a great one, buddy. With that being said, everyone stay safe out there. Have a great day. or night, wherever you are at in this world. Take care of each other and be good to each other, because that's all we have. All right then, and don't forget the Discord if you want to come hang with us some more off time. Check us out on Discord. We always have a good time over there too. All right, everybody. We're going to send you off to Brody, the Super Shredder. Great friend of ours. Hope you enjoy. Make sure you check him out and give him a subscribe too. We'll see you tomorrow night, everybody. Take it easy.